Police siren, where every frame is a breathtaking life and death scene, where good and evil confront each other in relentless pursuits. Click to follow now so you don't miss a single moment, because here, every second can change fate. Narrow alleys. Corners are all about the agility and skill of a cop. And he still thinks he can escape fate. Let's see how far he can run. Not adrenaline, but panic. He knows something we don't, and it's scary. If you want us to make a car chase video about motorbikes, comment about motorbikes. And if you want to see about cars, click on cars. You can feel how narrow those alleys are when you watch the footage. Can you imagine being in there? When he abandoned the motorcycle and ran away, I swear his soul left before his body did. It wasn't a plan. It was a man falling apart.
Não há registro da placa aí, apenas o número de chassi aí para vender essa CG vermelha.
Honestly, the police move was absolutely spot on. Prediction, timing, strategy. That's how you end a chase without bloodshed. He didn't care about red lights. He didn't care about life. He only cared about running away from his fate. It's strange how fear can make someone move as if their legs don't even hurt. But you can't run from what's behind you forever. The closer he got, the faster he sped. It wasn't a strategy, it was survival instinct. Red lights? They don't exist when panic takes over. He's not thinking, he's just surviving. Subscribe now to not miss our latest videos.
Vai sair no dia! É, 340, tô no artigo certo. Vamos parar!
Leaving his bike behind was his biggest mistake. The chase may be over, but the hunt has only just begun. If it were you, would you run or stop and face the law? You can feel the power of the engine through the screen, and the fear, that's not acting. You're watching a high-speed chase. Buckle up and watch to see who wins this chase. I can't believe he could weave through all the cars and still speed up. It scared the hell out of him.
Deita no chão, deita no chão, deita no chão, deita no chão. Você é louco? Você é louco? Põe a mão pra trás. Põe a mão pra trás.
The suspect dodged hundreds of cars, just missing a lamppost. However, there was a limit to what he could do, and luckily he crashed into a lamppost to avoid the risk of hitting anyone else. If you were a police officer, what would you do with the suspect in this situation?
Fugiu por quê, vacilão?
I'm not sure what's more stressed, the suspect or that poor little bike. No helmet, overweight, and riding a scooter built for city strolls? That bike's working overtime, and it didn't sign up for this. You should stop before it's too late, pig.
Aqui no restaurante popular. Ele vai entrar na W72 de novo. Bora, deita aí, para aí.
Pushing a cop's bike after a chase? Bold move. For someone who clearly hasn't thought this through. Let's see what his next mistake will be. The criminal's resistance. The police had to use pepper spray immediately, but the range was a bit far. The suspect still showed no signs. At that time, a resident there pulled out a gun and prepared to help the police work before it was too late, but did not fire. Think for sure if you were there. What would you do to hit the criminal instead of the police or use a gun? In a world full of bystanders, be the one who steps in. That man didn't just witness justice, he helped deliver it. For him, being caught was worse than a prison sentence. And so, he chose to drive like he had nothing to lose, speeding like crazy, weaving through every car, every intersection, as if traffic laws were a joke. But when someone does everything to escape, the question is your life still worth it in his eyes? disappeared into the maze of the slums, where every narrow alley could be an escape route or a trap. The hunt doesn't end here. It's just begun. This time, he escaped, but it wasn't skill. It was luck, and luck never sides with criminals forever. The two robbery suspects had just been identified, and the police didn't hesitate a second longer. The chase was immediate. There was no negotiation, no warning. Despite knowing full well that they could take risks, the police didn't hesitate. Because when faced with crime on the streets of Brazil, hesitation can cost lives. The suspects sped away as if the world was exploding behind them. Their speed made one wonder, were they still motorcycles, or were they stray bullets? No one expected these two criminals to outrun a police motorcycle. But the question is no longer about speed. The question is, how to catch them. Look at the screen and answer the following 4 questions. Chosen? Please write your answer.
Sentido Avenida Itaquera. Moto branca sem emplacamento, 2 indivíduos. A sentido Avenida Itaquera. Avenida Itaquera, contramão. Avenida Itaquera, contramão.
This time, the police were complacent. One moment of distraction, one slow decision, and the two criminals disappeared like ghosts in the middle of the city. No sound, no clues, no cameras to follow. They had escaped successfully, but this was not a victory, but a warning. Because sometimes it is not the criminals who are more dangerous, but the overconfidence of the pursuers. The suspect's option was to run away on foot and leave the car behind. However, the suspect's legs were still good, and he didn't hurt his knees or anything. If he was old, would he have dared to run like that? You know what's going to happen, right?
Deita! Deita, vou te derrubar, vou te derrubar! Deita, deita, deita! 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 Deita, caralho! Deita! Deita, vira de costas! Vira de costas! Vira de costas! Vira! 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 Vira!
Toma aí, senhor.
Qual que é a BR da moto? Qual que é a BR da moto? Não tem pinote, entendeu? Que não tem pinote.
Chama outra costurada, senhor, por favor. Por favor, mano.
Tem outras correiras, só se parar.
Toma aí, senhor, outra costurada, senhor, sério.
Giovanni Inácio, Copom. Para.
Right now, another guy is abandoning his bike and running in the middle of the road as if racing a police motorcycle. But can his legs overcome the engine? Or is this just a never-ending chase? Let's wait and see what the police do next.
Você vai ficar aí. Vai, se ciscar, você vai tomar.
Cadê? Pegou outro?
É, peguei.
Not one, but both. A couple runs as if love can shield them from justice. They run not for speed, but for fear, for desperation. But the streets of Brazil are unforgiving. The question is, Does running together mean falling together?
Para o bagulho. Para o bagulho. Encosta o bagulho. Encosta o bagulho. Encosta aí. Encosta aí. Desce da moto, na moralzinha. Desce da moto. Desce da moto.
Oh, the suspect stopped. Maybe he was thinking about the consequences when he ran. If he fell off the motorbike, not only would it be painful, but he would also be sentenced more severely. What will the next video be like? Let's see.
Encosta lá, beleza. Ninguém tá tentando esculacho com você não, tiozão. Beleza? E por enquanto encosta lá. Encosta lá, vira de costa. A moto...
At this point, the two suspects thought they could escape instead of losing the fine from the police. They immediately sped up, and nothing could stop this escape. Could these two suspects escape? If it were me, I wouldn't wait for them to cause trouble. I'd pull out my gun right away. Not to shoot, but to warn. If you choose to run away, this is no longer a joke. Once you've risked the lives of others, the law won't be lenient with you. It is no longer recklessness, but desperation in the form of speed. When a man chooses to run away instead of living, he has made himself a danger to everyone. Expect the fall to happen right in the park. 1 second he was running like a madman, the next he was flat on the grass. The chase ended, but because of his own stupidity. He ran like a stoned man, and now he has to pay the price like a man with no way back. Have you ever run from the police? Comment if you have.
911, what's the address to your emergency?
I'm at the Chick-fil-A 33rd and Broadway. This is about a gentleman who has been exposing himself to minors. He's been identified by a couple of our guests here.
Is he still there now?
Correct. He is still here. He is eating currently. It looks like he's wearing what he was wearing in the picture that was posted on y'all's Instagram.
On October 21st, 2024, in Edmond, Oklahoma, Jeffrey Osborne exposed his genitals to a young woman at a store in Edmond and was subsequently pursued by police. Jeffrey Osborne fled the restaurant, but was quickly subdued with a taser and arrested. After being released on bail, he was rearrested on December 19, 2024, on a warrant related to the previous incident.
Stop! Stop eating a day! Turn over! Turn over your stomach and get it again! Roll over! On your stomach! Behind your back! Behind your back!
Custody 1237.
In the early morning hours of October 29, 2024, in Nashville, Tennessee, Carlos Esquivel, 22, drove recklessly, weaving and spinning on Korean Veterans Boulevard, ignoring police before swiping head-on into a patrol car. After the collision, he fled but was forced to surrender, facing 4 charges, which including assaulting a police officer. This is a reminder that dangerous driving not only threatens your own life, but also the lives of others.
You're not pursuing it, correct?
On the morning of September 27, 2022 in Weatherford, Texas, police responded to a man who was behaving erratically, running away, and pulling a knife when spotted. After running onto the I-20 freeway, endangering himself and others, he was subdued with pepper spray and arrested for being delirious and agitated. This incident highlights the importance of prompt recognition and intervention. In mental health crisis situations, to protect both the community and the individual showing signs of distress.
No! Hey, stop! Hey, JPX! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Lay down! Lay down! Do not move! I'm gonna hurt y'all. Roll out! JPX, roll out! Stop! Stop! Do not move! I got it. Go ahead. I got to listen. Put your hand behind your back right now. Put your hand behind your back right now.
Hey, he has a knife. Back up, he has a knife.
Hey, Petey, he's going on I-20. He's got a knife in his hand.
Hey, stop! Get out of the road now! Stop! Get out of the road! Stop! No!
Petey won at gunpoint. He's crawling on I-20.
Stop! Get on the ground now! No! Hey, stop! Hey, JPX! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Lay down! Do not move! I'm gonna hurt y'all. Roll out!
JPX deployed.
Roll out! Stop! Do not move! I got it. Go ahead. I got to listen. Put your hand behind your back right now. Do not move!
Watch traffic. I got it.
Put your hand behind your back!
On Monday night in the San Gabriel Valley, a thrilling chase culminated when the suspect vehicle crashed into another vehicle at an intersection in San Dimas, causing a violent collision in the middle of the road. The driver that abandoned the car and fled into a shopping mall near the Arrow Expressway, but now before he could escape, he was apprehended by the police in front of the store, while other passengers also fled, resulting in at least 2 on-the-spot arrests. Dramatic footage from an overhead police camera shows a busy road suddenly turning into a high-speed chase. A young man refuses to stop, forcing police to give chase. The screeching of tires and flashing headlights in the bright sunlight create a tense scene where even the smallest mistake can have dire consequences. The tense chase culminated when the suspect accelerated, lost control, and collided with a vehicle at an intersection, causing the vehicle to spin out of control. With nowhere to go, he abandoned the vehicle and fled, but was quickly subdued by police after being surrounded. The incident serves as a stark reminder that fleeing is not only a personal danger, it is a threat to the safety of the community, and that the law has a way of bringing offenders to justice. Amidst the busy traffic, a car suddenly accelerated, weaving through every small gap, starting a dramatic chase in the middle of the city. The police did not delay, following every move, lights flashing. Dashcam video from an Ohio State Highway Patrol vehicle captured a thrilling chase as the suspect vehicle sped down a busy highway near Youngstown State University through Trumbull County at breakneck speeds. Sharp turns, blaring sirens, and flashing lights made for a tense chase where any mistake could have serious consequences.
southbound, just past Trouble Lab. Still southbound, just past Colonial. Just past Jeffrey, still southbound. About 95 miles an hour. Stayed on 193. Still on? Still on 193. In Mahoney County, just past Catalina. Right here. Still on 193. About 80 miles an hour. 85. 5 miles an hour. South. Trying to make him get off that ramp. He's in the median. He's making a U-turn. He's heading 11 back north. Is he on the right side of the roadway? Yep, he just whipped it around.
Finally, after a tense chase, when they reached a deserted stretch of road, the police decided to make their final move. A precise pit caused the suspect's car to lose control and was immediately stopped by a police car. Left with no other choice, the suspect jumped out of the car and fled on foot. But in the blink of an eye, a series of police officers approached and neatly controlled it, ending the dramatic chase. A tense and dangerous chase involving a reckless, wrong-way driver on Interstate 80 in Liberty Township, Ohio, caused a panic on every vehicle on the road. Polish Rachel Benton ignored all warnings and sped through traffic, creating an extremely dangerous situation that forced police to act decisively before disaster struck.
Go up. Eastbound. We're still rolling. 80s, 228.8. Can't tell the state. 5 Tom 4, 5 X-ray 8.
G73 is 4th and in pursuit. There's a local PD and another trooper in front of me. 1330 can't put on 3rd.
Looks like both their front tires are flat. And a CRP.
Hands! Your hands! Let me see your hands! Put your hands out the window! Step outside of the window! Step outside! Face on the direction! Get your hands in the air! Hands in the air now! Turn around!
The dramatic chase ended with Rachel being cornered, with police blocking all exits, forcing her out of the car with her hands up to avoid escalating the situation. Before police were forced to use force, Rachel agreed to be arrested and taken to the station. She now faces a series of charges, including fleeing from police, speeding, and endangering another person.
Vehicle's clear and we'll have one in custody.
Dispatch clear.
Do lado dele ali, ó. Do lado dele. Você tem documento aí?
Tem não, senhor.
Esse de branco tá com mandado de prisão, esse do meio.
Só avisar minha esposa aqui, senhor. Só vira a mão pra trás.
Tá com, você sabe que tá com mandado de prisão, né, velho?
Sei sim, senhor.
Do que é, né?
É homicídio.
Do que é?
É homicídio.
Você tava nessa saidinha agora e não voltou, é isso?
Não, faz dia já.
Mas é tentado ou consumado?
Consumado.
De quanto que é?
De 2014.
Ué, não pagou ainda?
Tava pagando por aí.
É evadido. Quanto que você saiu?
Ixi, ano passado.
Tava no semi-aberto já, não?
Aham.
Aí a tentação.
Tá
A tentação é grande,
pouco.
não?
É grande, tem mulher, tem família, né? Pode ver trabalhando na minha mão aí.
Então, você também? Certeza?
Senta aí.
Pode puxar aqui?
Puxar isso aí. Fechei com esse dedão aqui, ó.
Já, esse aí tá serral. Ele tem um passado só, mas no presente ele tá tranquilo.
Só tem um passado, senhor.
Tá serral? Tá serral? Não, então tá liberado aí.
Mandar no você, senhor, chefe? Olha o lugar onde você tá.
Como é que é seu nome? Só pra você se retirar, ele tá na verdade agora. Ele tá preso.
Deixa o celular aí, senhor. Pode ver, tá ligando. Daqui a pouco você vai falar com sua mulher.
Lá você vai ter todo o seu direito lá na delegacia. Agora não.
Fica tranquilo. Como é que é seu nome? É o Hélio. Fica tranquilo.
O que é a situação sua aí de tentativa de homicídio aí? Foi tentativa ou foi homicídio?
Homicídio, tem tentativa.
É do mesmo cara?
Não, é um casa B.O. cheio de passagem, senhor.
Eu sei, mas a prisão é por qual?
Pelo homicídio.
Pelo homicídio. Foi quando? Que ano foi isso aí?
Isso aí foi 2014, daí eu fui preso em 2019, daí vim pra colônia em 2022.
Você tava fora de Campo Grande ou tava escondido por aí mesmo?
Tava aqui dentro, tava trabalhando, tipo, nem saía de casa.
Só trampava?
Só se eu tivesse passado aqui, vocês nem iam saber, vocês nem iam me pegar. Aí andando aí, só parei aqui porque eu conheço o guri aqui, né? Tirou uma cadeia junto, conheci da cadeia.
O de amarelo, né?
É, o outro aqui também, os dois, conheço os dois. E parei pra trocar uma ideia. Bem na hora que você chegou, tinha acabado de sentar aí.
Faltava quantos anos pra você terminar lá?
Sei lá, senhor, 2, 4 anos lá no seminário.
Quantos anos você pegou, você lembra?
10 anos em 2.
Você pegou 10. Pagou quantos? Ficou 6?
Em 4.
Ficou 4
no fechado e um ali na gameleira.
5 anos já no semiaberto. Um no semiaberto, já tava no semiaberto já. Paga logo seu negócio lá, filho, rapidão. Sai fora.
Você
para
vai
com
sair
essa
novo
porra
lá
aí.
ainda.
Agora
eu tô com 28, esse ano eu vou fazer 29, já vou fazer 30.
30 anos é novo, hein? 2 anos, pô. 28 pra 30 não tem diferença nenhuma, pô. Aí você muda de vida, né? Senão você vai voltar pra lá de novo.
Já mudei de vida. É porque fazer o que? É meu passado, eu errei, né? Foi meu erro. Fazer o que? Tem que pagar, né? Eu sabia que uma hora ou outra ia acontecer.
Agora você tem filho, bicho. Você tem filho, você tem uma responsabilidade com ele aí, ó. Orientar ele pra ele não entrar nesse caminho aí, não cometer o mesmo erro que você. Mandado de prisão em aberto.
E aí?
E aí, como é que tá?
Beleza?